Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Priscilla. Today I wanted to talk about accepting people for who they show us that they are, how they're showing up in our lives, not trying to change them or manipulate the situation. This is a conversation that I was having with a friend and I thought it would be a good idea to make a video on it. I have some notes written on my phone, so if I'm looking down, I am just looking at my notes. The first thing, as always, for me is to take a good look at yourself and get clear on what it is that you value, what your beliefs are, what is important to you, how you're spending your time, the things that you're doing, what your interests are. Whenever you get clear on these things, you are going to be very sure on the kinds of people you are attracting into your life. You are not going to be attracting people that are the complete opposite if you are putting yourself in the right places. For instance, I am not a drinker, not even a social drinker. If I do decide to have a drink, it's probably happening like twice a year. I'm not going to be going to a bar, sitting down at a bar and expecting to make friends that are going to be in alignment with who I am, because that is not what I do alone by myself on a regular basis. So really figure out what you like to do, what's important to you, and this is going to help you attract the right people into your life. So when people are showing up, you're figuring out, getting to know them and realizing, well, maybe, we're a little different. You're not going to be making excuses for them or trying to change them or even changing yourself, because you already know who you are. You already know what's important to you. You're not going to be holding on to something that is not going to be beneficial for you in the long run. So getting clear on those things is very important. Also, what are your non-negotiables? What are some things that you feel are just a no-go in your relationships, friendships? Another example for me would be porn. I would not want to be with a partner who watches that. I feel like it is very low vibrational. A man who is secure is going to be disciplined with his sexual energy. He's not going to be indulging in those kinds of things. He's going to be a man who's very much aware and conscious. I feel that that is a big no for me. If that is something that you're okay with, then that's something that you are okay with. If it doesn't bother you, then it doesn't bother you. For me, no. So again, not only sharing the same values and beliefs, but also the same interests. Whenever you're having the same interests with another person, then you're sharing a lot of the same experiences. For me, sharing experiences is important because then there is this deep level of understanding. For example, plant medicines. I need someone in my life who is going to be involved and have some sort of knowledge and understanding of plant medicines, because this is something that cannot be explained. You have to have an experience in order to have the understanding. In order for me to bond with someone, there has to be a deep level of understanding. So this is something that is very important to me. So I am wanting to be with a partner who has this deep understanding of herbs and plant medicine. So get very clear on the things that you are doing in your life, what's important to you, and this will help you attract the right people. If you are getting to know someone and they're doing things that you don't like or you don't agree with, you're not okay with, it's okay to take things as they are versus making excuses for people. I feel like whenever we are getting to know someone and we start to like them or we are enjoying someone's company, we can start to make excuses for them. If you feel like constant communication is important to you and suddenly this person is not talking to you for days on end, you're saying to yourself, oh, he's so focused, he's so busy right now with all of the things he has going on in his life that he just does not have the time right now to take me anywhere, to make time for me. But in reality, if he wanted to make the time, he would. best believe that he would. So not making excuses for people, let them show you who they are. Let them show you what is important to them. And instead of arguing your point or trying to prove your point to someone, you know, feeling like I am worthy, I am valuable, I should be prioritized, I have to send these long paragraphs and long messages, constantly trying to communicate with them when they're not communicating with you or they're leaving you on red. It is because you are not a priority to them, and you don't have to prove that to anyone. You only have to prove that to yourself. If you are in a place where someone is not putting in the time that you would like, or they're not doing any of the things that you would like for them to do, it is not our job to try to change them, because they have every right to be who they want to be, and they have every right to show up how they want to show up. But instead of trying to change them, the only person here to change is yourself. In my past, in my years of, you know, being very anxiously attached, I had that problem of making excuses for the behaviors of other people, just because I had a huge fear of being alone. There was a lot of trauma around abandonment and not having the family that I wanted in my childhood and in my adult years, that I feared being alone. Putting yourself in that situation is only going to keep you in a place of feeling unhappy and feeling unfulfilled. Because even if you are making excuses for someone and you're going around and around for everything that they're doing because you want to continue with this person, or you want to keep the friendship, or whatever it is that it may be, you're only going to start chipping away at your self-esteem, at your self-respect, at your happiness, and you're not going to be true to yourself. Whenever I was in this situation, I got to a point where I felt like I could no longer live this life, which felt like a lie. So you will feel like you're living a lie. And everyone deserves to live their truth. Ask yourself why it is that you're making these excuses for this person who is not showing up for you as you would for them. So it's never about why are they not, it is about why are you allowing it. There are some things that I don't feel anyone should have to put up with, and that's going to be emotional, physical, verbal abuse. If it is this toxic, I'm going to encourage you to create space between you and that person. Once you're able to create space, you're able to remove yourself from the situation, then you can get really clear on what it is that you have to do next. No one should have to put up with those kinds of things. If it is a situation that has come to an end, that you have to walk away from, then the seriousness of enforcing that is going to be crucial. You have to be serious when it is time to walk away, and not just, you know, a person who's ready to walk away is not going to like be announcing it and be like, well, you know, I'm gonna leave, I'm done, you're not doing this, you're not doing that. You're not going to be telling that person why you are walking away. Let them know it's no longer working for you and be about your way. But a lot of the times, just saying it in hopes of the person realizing what a great catch you are, because you want them to see your value, because you want them to change something, because you want them to chase you and prove to you that you are worthy. If they do that, which happens a lot, it's usually temporary. Usually they make a few changes, they apologize, they're sweet and they're nice to you, but eventually things will go back to how they were, because that is actually who they are. And you're not accepting them for who they are. You're trying to change them or change the situation when the only person that needs to change here is you. So if you're just saying all of these things and not really walking away, your word loses value. that person is going to realize that whatever you say really doesn't matter, because you're saying I'm leaving, yet you're taking them back, and you're taking them back, and you're taking them back. They're going to continue to do what they've always been doing. Why should they change? You're not going to make anyone realize anything by trying to change them, but instead showing other people how to treat you based on how you treat yourself. And I know that it is not an easy thing to do, which is why I say you have to be serious about it. But when you decide to put yourself first, then all of the right people are going to show up in your life. So if someone is not for you, accept them for who they are and say, okay, well, this just is not for me. This doesn't align with me. This is not the life that I want to create. Thank you for your time. And move on. Once you create that space, you're going to be able to see all of the beautiful things that come into your life, all of the beautiful people that you probably haven't even met. Things will start to align and fall in place just as they should. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any comments, please leave them down below. Like and subscribe if you feel called, and I will see you guys in the next video.